For more than 25 years of my life, I taught surgeons how to work with some of the most advanced surgical instrumentation of the day. And I had never had a biology class, not even in high school. Nope. How in the world could I have wound up doing that? And you know, folks, when the companies were teaching me what they needed me to learn, it was complicated. I can remember saying to my wife, Susan, in the beginning, Susie, I'm not sure I can do this. It's really, really complicated. And Susan just said to me, and of course we've been together since college, since we were 17, she said, Donnie, just make it simple. Just make it simple. You see, I survived in that career of talking to surgeons for 25 years by making very complicated technical information that the surgeons understood, but making it simple, not for them, but for me, so that I could understand what they were doing, so that I could understand what they needed, what their patients needed. And from there, by making it simple for me, I could converse with them on a subject that was near and dear to them, very sophisticated for them, but was very simple for me. The markets, trading in the markets. Are you making it complicated? Are you listening to people that make it complicated? It isn't complicated. I want to show you something, but first let me introduce myself. I am Bagger Don at StockMarketCaddy.com. It's January 13th. It's 9:30 Saturday morning. And for better or for worse, I no longer teach and work with surgeons. I trade with Susan our own money in the markets day in and day out. We've been doing this a long time. Not 6 months, not 6 years, but now more than 20 years. I left all of that behind, the surgical stuff. In 2012, thereabouts, we started teaching others what we are doing and sharing our technology, our perspective in trading the markets. I want to show you something. This is our product, SMC for Stock Market Caddy, the Swing Machine Plus. It's blue because it's tracking stocks or ETFs. When we're tracking futures, we color it green. Let me show you something. We're going to come here to settings. You can set this futures to false, set stocks to true, and then specify the amount of money you're trading or the share count. We put in $10,000 as an example so that it will calculate the purse. Now, what you want to know, what I want to know, is how is Swing Machine positioned on the SPY, the QQQs, the diamonds, and the IWM. That these ETFs reflect all the stocks available in the United States. 45 days ago, at 4 p.m. on November 8th, Swing Machine said, get long the S&P, the SPY. At what price? $437.25. If you had put in $10,000, you would have $901.77 in profit, a 9% return. Of course, it was just 45 days ago. If you had bought a call option for say 50 or 60 days, you wouldn't have had to use $10,000 in capital and your return would be higher and your percentage return much, much greater. That is an example of swing machine, and all these other numbers are the same. Now I'm going to sort, and we have the S&P 500 stocks. So I'm going to scroll through. Pay attention and slow the video down to the stock that interests you. It's going to tell you whether it's long or short, or if it's in a dip or a rip. And if you don't know what that means, then you most certainly need to visit our website, stockmarketcaddy.com. The top stock in the last 150 some odd days is this stock, NRG Energy, up nearly 48% in 152 days. Now, we don't have time to go through them all. By the way, this information over here tells us the strength of the trend. This information over here tells us where we are in the fear gauge. When the markets get into euphoria, you want to be taking profit. You want to be selling covered calls. When markets get into panic, you want to be buying, which was the case 3 or 4 months ago. So let's scroll down and show you, and I'm expecting you to slow this down. Now you can see you can make money on the short side. Bristol Myers, short, 180 days ago, you'd be up 25% on a short. Pfizer, same thing. Interesting, 2 pharmaceutical companies. Now we're going to scroll down, and you can slow this down. You can see Netflix was 55 days ago, 1900, and Nvidia 47 days ago. And how many stocks out of the 500 S&P is Swing Machine profitable in? Now, he doesn't get them all right, but what is beautiful about Swing Machine is he won't stay wrong for long, right? So down we come, down we come, down we come. I'm paying attention to the profit and loss. Here we go, here we go. It's still green, green, green. There we go. 500 stocks. I've just shown you in a few minutes how Swing Machine is positioned, long or short. At what price he got long, at what price he got short, and you have all this trend information. He is profitable in 460. Now the yellow boxes means that he is just trying to get in now and he's even. So out of 500 stocks, 470 some odd are profitable or flat. You're not down. And then, yes, we do have some drawdowns, 30. And you can see the drawdowns are relatively small. The worst loser is 600 bucks. Folks, if you are grinding day in and day out on all the noise around the market and you're confused because people are trying to make the market more complicated than it need to be, and you would like to have tools on your desktop so that in the privacy of your home, you can take those newspapers, those TV shows, and all the podcasts about the markets and just toss them in the ocean and look empirically at what the market is doing. This is decision-making trading software made easy. To bring it full circle, it doesn't need to be that complicated. I'm Bagged On at Stock Market Caddy. We're not going to pester you. You know where we are. Visit the site. Send us your questions. If you still have questions after you visited the site, feel free to give us a call any day, including a Saturday, from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. You want to talk about the markets? You want to talk about what you've been doing? You want to talk about Swing Machine Plus? You want to talk about some of the other tools? We have nearly 70 and growing. I'm happy to do that. You can reach me at 813-758-8263. I wish you the best. Have a wonderful weekend and have a great week next week in the markets. We're ready when you are. Thanks.